different kind of video.
Let me hear it.
Not a nod,
Make
it's a
some
different kind of
noise for
video.
King Kong 363D. I can hear you all the way in the back there for one of the largest 3D experiences in the world. So quick poll, how many people got spit on? How many got wet? All right, we'll get used to it. Kids, it's probably going to happen again. King Kong 363D was brought to Universal Studios Hollywood by WetFX and the Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson. This epic battle was created using some of the most advanced filmmaking technology today and projected on some of the largest 3D screens in the world. Standing at 40 feet high and 180 feet long, they are definitely big enough for the mighty. So King Kong 363D brought to us by WetFX and Academy Award-winning special effects house. The Academy Award-winning special effects house out of New Zealand, WetFX. They've won 7 Academy Awards for visual effects, including their last one 2 years ago for Avatar: The Way of Water. That is the kind of worlds that a special effects house like that can build, but it always works well in conjunction, not just the computer graphics, but our practical, using them with our practical sets as well. As we pass by the wall again, we're going to go and pass by the end of our Metro sets, and as we pass by those Metro sets, you probably thought, wow, this really looks like a real city. These are real buildings. They are real structures.
Damn, 24 people. Damn, let's go, everyone. Smash the like button.
Facade means false front. We only build the fronts and the sides of the structures, only what the camera needs to see. So walk through most of the doorways, and you're going to lead to absolutely nowhere. Just going to go out the other side. Some of them are shells. They're completely finished on the outside, nothing on the inside. Again, if we're not going to show you the inside, we're not going to build it. Even the outside structures. Yeah. How many pieces of brick do you think are in that wall right there? 0 is absolutely right.
61, and we're not even giving it a like. Everyone give it a like.
That we can press out right here in the lot, paint them, bring them out.
Hey, thank you, Snakes Army, for always watching my YouTube videos. Appreciate it.
Again, we're not going to show you the inside. We're not going to build it. We're going to do it inside of a soundstage. For example, just like the soundstage 34. 34 here on your left-hand side used to be soundstage 747 because there was interior of a commercial airline inside of there. It was used for multiple films. My favorite that filmed in there, The Wedding Singer, starring Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. The end of the film took place there. And then the sound stages across the way here, 30 through 33. 30 and 31 still on your left.
Hey guys,
is where we now film The Voice. They're not in the theater.
I do YouTube mostly all the time, but if you could follow me on TikTok too, guys. But I don't really like TikTok that much.
That is where she films her newest comedy on NBC, Happy's Place. 32 and 33 were originally the first person who worked in there, Jordan Peele, when he filmed Us. And then followed that up with Nope, both of his sci-fi thrillers and horror films. Very appropriate, he filmed there on the opposite side of Park Lake. This watery area here, Park Lake, is what we call the U-751 starring Matthew McConaughey. Every time the subs came out of the water, they were miniatures right in there. But it is mostly known as the Amazon River and the Lagoon for the horror classic Creature from the Black Lagoon, one of the Universal Monster movies added to the roster in 1954. That roster consisting of what I like to refer to as the OGs, the original ghouls. Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, the Mummy, etc. And all of them filmed in the area we're headed next, the area known as Little Europe. These are some of the oldest.
The like button is here, guys. If you can hit the like button, it helps a lot.
But they don't look as scary as they probably did when we filmed our monster movies, because the last major production of being here for a very, very long time was a television series of ours that ran for 4 seasons, starring Ted Danson, Kristen Bell. That show was The Good Place because Little Europe was the good place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
See that yogurt shop on the street? That's the one over there on your left-hand side. That structure just passed.
And I appreciate you guys for watching the lives all the time. Last time we got 200 people in 2 days ago. And gave me a lot of likes. Thanks, guys.
That shop is right next to the train station here on your left-hand side, which is across from this area here on your right. The courtyard there on the right, the Court of Miracles. It was originally added to Little Europe for a film that came out in 1923, a silent film called The Hunchback of Notre Dame, starring Lon Chaney, the man of 1,000 faces, when he played Quasimodo. But it would be 8 years later that a realtor would step off a steam engine off of the train station into that courtyard where it was no longer France, but it was the center of a small town in Transylvania at the beginning of the very first of what would be known as our Universal monster movies. Followed that same year, 1931, by Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff as Frankenstein's monster. More Miracles in Little Europe is where the angry villagers carrying pitchforks and torches chased down Frankenstein's monster. And every other subsequent horror film after that would utilize Little Europe, both made visible and other. Universal monster movies are the most important films that ever come out of Universal. The most important characters. Why? What was going on at the time the films came out? The Great Depression. The Universal monster movies helped keep us afloat and save the
Hey,
studio from
who's that
bankruptcy.
person
And not
that's
only
joining in right
did
now?
they do that, they also changed cinema forever.
Should we take him
As
out or
Universal
no?
and Little Europe specifically are the birthplace of the modern horror film. This is the birthplace of the modern horror film. We were the ones that introduced horror to the world. So without our Universal monsters, there is no
Just
Michael
let him
Myers,
inside.
no Jason
He gives me
Voorhees, no
views
Freddy Krueger, no
anyways.
Chucky, no Pinhead, no Leatherface, no Ghostface. None of the faces happen without our Universal monsters all right there in Little Europe. Now, in just a moment here, I'm getting excited. We're just waiting on the green light. The ability to do this. It's a holiday weekend, and the production that is working in the soundstage we were in front of is not here. I talked about how our exterior sets in the back lot are for the outsides of things, and if we're not going to show you the inside, we're not going to build it. If you are, typically it's going to be inside the soundstage. Well, hopefully here in just a moment, you're going to be given permission to go inside Soundstage 50 so you can get a first-hand look as to what it appears like on the inside of the soundstage while it's being used for a production. This is what we refer to as a hot set. A hot set is any set that is being dressed or is dressed and ready for film.
So guys,
You're
that's
not allowed to
simple,
touch
always
anything, so
out
picture
here.
made in your seats, which you should do anyway. You're not allowed to get out of the train. But you are allowed to take as many pictures and videos as you want. I can't tell you exactly what is filming here. However, you can tell the environment that they built. Remember I said all you need is your imagination? Well, this production, the people using their imagination have turned this soundstage into a subway station in San Francisco. How can you tell the way they've dressed it? The signs on the walls that say, "Welcome to San Francisco." The ticket booths. Okay, folks, this is California. We take it. Folks, remain calm, remain safe. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. So if you look over on the left-hand side, you're going to see the ceiling collapsing. Folks, I'm sure that's just a picture car crab truck. It's not actually filled with gas. At least I hope it's not. And clearly I am wrong. directed by Steven Spielberg. Now, just be aware, this is not where they filmed Jaws. It was filmed entirely on location in Martha's Vineyard on the East Coast. We built it. Bring guests here from time to time, perfectly safe, shark-free waters. Except for that one that's served. Yeah, I don't know if somebody's in there or not. But if they are, I don't know if it's a good idea for you to be in there, man. I'll give you this, you certainly got guts. There they are. Ah, that was my buddy Steve, Scuba Steve, damn you. He was a good chum. Folks, I'm going to ask everyone to please remain in their seats as we arrive at the safest spot, which I'm being told is only 30 feet down the dock behind all these large barrels of gasoline. Because what could possibly go wrong? Oh! At least it's warmer. Smoke them if you got them. Wait, what's that on the right-hand side? Oh no! Oh! Oh! Well, big round of applause for Bruce the Shark, Jaws. And I just want to point out, I thought it was absolutely adorable before we came in. The little girl right here in the front, as we came into Amity, she pulled out a bag of goldfish crackers. Just irony at its best. How many here have seen the original film, Jaws? All right, so can you tell me what kind of shark it was in the film? Great white? Great white is a great guess. It is incorrect. It was a mechanical shark, very much like the one we have here. Now, the difference between our shark and the three that Steven Spielberg used in the film is that ours works.
Thank you, Vincent Nunez, for watching the videos.
The problems on set are legendary with Jaws, and one of the reasons why there were so many problems is because Steven Spielberg was so adamant about filming in the
Just sleep
ocean,
here.
in the open water.
Nah, I enjoy being here every day.
Because he cannot control the sun.
Smash the like button, guys. It's here.
We do that here in the lot. Now, we're about to show you. We just rolled into Old Mexico, and we're going to put on a wind weather demonstration for you. Show you just one of the ways we are able to add weather control, even from the inside of the soundstage. For our fun purposes, we've got thunder from speakers, lightning from strobe lights. But Jackie now is going to make it rain by using the highest of high-tech equipment known as sprinklers. That's it. Just turn the sprinklers on. Shoot the water in the air, it falls through, breaks apart. It looks like rain. Now, we must backlight this effect while we film, otherwise you will not see it when you're on screen. Anybody who's a sports fan, you're watching a football game, they're saying it's really coming down here in Pittsburgh. And you look at the field and you can't see anything. And then you look at the lights in the stadium and it's just monsoon coming down in front of it. Same thing here. The difference is we can turn the rain off or on whenever we want. We can isolate it to just one spot even before we get indoors. Unlike the real weather is just going to do it at once. And we can avoid any problems or potential disasters. Where'd I go? I guess we should have turned the water off. Let's see. I told you it was going to happen again. Folks, that is our flash flood simulation. For those of you worrying that we just lease water around here, it is recycled water. It's being pumped back up the hill to take the liquid from the trolley. And again, once again, this area is not just used for the skiing resort. This attraction, the whole area of Old Mexico, the area we're leaving, we're used in production all the time. Some of you may recognize the area from Nacho Libre starring Jack Black, as well as the Three Amigos starring Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Troy. And the blockbuster hit, the epic Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, directed by Quentin Tarantino, which used Old Mexico and the sets we're traveling through now.
I wish I could sleep here, but there's no bed or nothing, everyone. So I gotta go home.
Some of them dating all the way back to the silent film era. Some of Hollywood's most famous cowboys have mostly gone down these streets. Kirk Douglas and Eastwood Duke himself, John Wayne, and Jimmy Stewart. The Westerns were our bread and butter when we started filming here for many, many years.
Someone's messages held for
We
review.
filmed over 250 silent Western films. Other films too.
Yeah, he's
The Color Purple, starring Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey, directed by Steven Spielberg. And if you take a look at these structures here, you get an up-close look at these facades and shells. Look through the windows, look through the doors. They are not real structures, real buildings. They are just these structures. You never see the inside of every apartment or bar or restaurant or store that an actor or character walks by as they're walking outside through their town, but we need to make it look like that there is a real place and there's still life going on. So we will dress the windows. We have gone through some of our attractions, King Kong 360 3D, as well as Earthquake and Flash Flood being the oldest attraction on the studio tour. But we are going to pass by the Jaws attraction once again. Now, Jaws, with all of its problems, it caused the film to be delayed by 6 months in its release. Steven Spielberg and the production had tripled the budget.
Alright guys, if I get off
However, the film
the
would
live,
go on to be one of the
join
biggest
me
hits
later
of
on. I'll
all
go
time.
live
In
again.
fact, it was the very first summer blockbuster
So thank
ever.
you for the support all the time. Appreciate
The
you.
phrase. And wanting to capitalize on that success, Universal wanted to add an attraction to the studio tour in honor of that film, Jaws. And so, in less than a year after its release, which by the way, Jaws turns 50 this year, the attraction will turn 49. The studio tour attraction of Jaws was released to the public.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by
And one more
building a
thing,
physical
guys.
shark that would come out of
I'm
the water
uploading a
and
video in
terrify
10
tourists
minutes,
as
so
they were
go
sitting
check
in
out the
crowd.
video and I'm out.
So not only
I'll
did
catch you
Steven
next
Spielberg
time.
get
Peace,
his own
everyone.
attraction based on his film Jaws, he also
May I go
got
live again
a
later
street
on.
named after him, Steven Spielberg Drive. The road that we are traveling on right now, the longest road here in the lot. The section that we are traveling up on Steven Spielberg Drive, we call this road. Why? Look to your left, right. All the wilderness, all the woods. And once again, as I said, you don't want to